Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss the concept of file handling in C. What is a file? A file is a collection of related data, and computer treats a file as a single unit. That means a file contains some data and computer treats this data as a single unit. Computer stores files in secondary storage so that the content of the files remain intact, that means unchanged, when computer shuts down. That means even if the computer is not getting any power, the contents of the files will remain as it is. When a computer reads a file, actually it copies the file from secondary storage device to primary memory, and when it writes to a file, after doing write operations, it transfers the data from memory to the storage device so that that data will be stored for future uses. C uses a structure called file. All letters are in capital. File. So file is a structure which is defined in stdio.h to store the attributes of a file. To process any file via a C program, first we will create a stream using a pointer. So we will declare a file pointer. Then we will open the file and we will associate this file pointer with that file name. And after doing this, through this pointer, this file pointer, we can read or write the data from file. And after doing this operation, we will close the file. Closing a file means we will now disassociate this file pointer with that file. So opening a file means creating an association of a pointer with a file, so that through that pointer we can access the content of the file, we can read the data from file, and we can write the data to the file. And after doing this read and write operations, we will close the association between the pointer and the file name. This is known as closing the file. So creating a file pointer, then associating that file pointer with the file name, then read and write operations with the file through this file pointer, and then again closing this association. So these will be the steps to process a file with the C program. So first we will declare a file pointer, then we will open a file using this fopen function. This fopen function is basically a library function to open a file, and in this fopen function we will pass the file name in these double quotes as an argument, and we will provide the mode in which we want to open this file. The mode of the file means what operation we want to do with this file. Then writing this fp is equal to fopen will associate this file name with this file pointer fp. So writing fp is equal to fopen means we are opening a file and we are associating this file with the file pointer fp. This file can be opened in read mode, in write mode, or in append mode. That means we will write in this double quotes R, or we can write W, or we can write A. R means the file will be opened in read mode, and in this read mode means file will be open in read only mode. But for that, file must exist in the computer system. And W means file will be opened in write only mode. If the file does not exist in the system, file will be created and will be available for write operation. And if the file is already exist in the computer system, then the content of that file will be deleted and we can write new content into that file. And A means append mode. Append mode means the content of the file will remain as it is and we can append a new content at the end of the file. So this A mode is basically to add some new content into existing file. But if the file does not exist in the system, then with this A mode, file can also be created. So file will be created for write operation actually. And if we want to do both the operations, read and write in one mode, then we can use R plus W plus or A plus mode. So these are the modes in which file will be opened for both read and write operations. And when we finished with these read and write operations, we have to close the file before end of the program. To close a file, we use fclose function. So in fclose function, we will pass this file pointer as an argument. So with this, we can close the file, and closing a file also means that we are just disconnecting the association between this file pointer and this file. To do read and write operations with file, we use some library functions like this getC function. This getC is a function which reads a character from a file, and this character can be further stored in a variable ch and can be displayed. It works just like the function getChar and getCh work. But getChar and getCh read the character from keyboard, while this getC reads the character from file. The same way this putC function. This putC can write a character to the file. So we will pass two arguments, the value of ch, the value of character, and this file pointer. So this will write this character, this value of character to the file. Same way, if we want to read and write numbers, read and write integers to a file, we use this getW and putW functions. So getW is a function which reads an integer from file, while putW is a function which writes a number to the file, an integer to the file. Now let's understand a program in which we will write some text into a file and then read the same text from the file. So we will take a file pointer fp, and then we will use this fopen function to open this file into write mode. So this will open a file abc.txt in write mode, and this file pointer fp is associated with this file. So we can do write operation in the file through this file pointer fp. And then through this getChar function, a user can enter a character, and that character will be stored in the variable ch. Then the value of this ch will be compared with this EOF. This EOF is a special character which indicates the end of file. It can be entered with Ctrl Z, and the sky value of this EOF character is -1. So this program will check the value of this ch, and if this ch is not equal to end of file character, then this value of ch will be written into the file with this putC function. So user is giving a character from keyboard, and if it is not equal to end of file character, that character will be written to the file. And again, this getChar function will read a character from keyboard from user, and this character will be checked with this EOF and again will be written into the file if it is not equal to end of file. So with this code, a text can be written to the file until end of file character will not be entered. And after that, we will close the file using this fclose function. And now we want to read the content of the file again. So what we will do, we will open this file now in read mode so that we can read the content from the file. Again we will apply the same process, but now we will read the character from file and that character will then be written to the monitor one by one. So we will read this character through this getC function. So this getC function will return the character under this file pointer fp, and that character can be stored in the variable ch, and if it is not equal to end of file character, we can print this character to the monitor. Then again we can read the character from using this getC function. So with this while loop, we are reading the characters from the file one by one through this getC function and printing those characters one by one onto the monitor. So this is the program in which we can see that we are writing text into the file using this putC function. So we are writing one character at a time to the file, and when the file is in read-only mode, then we are reading the content of the file one character at a time, and we can print those characters to the monitor to see the content. The same way we can make a program which reads the content of one file and writes the same content into another file. For this we will take two file pointers, file pointer fp1 and file pointer fp2. File pointer fp1 will be pointing to the file abc.txt, which will be opened in read-only mode, from where we will read the content. And this file pointer fp2 will be associated with the file xy.txt, to which we will write the content. So we will read the content from file 1, that is file pointer 1, using this getC function, and if it is not end of file character, we will write this character using this putC function to the file pointer 2, that means to the file associated with this file pointer 2. And with this loop we can read the characters from file 1 until we reach end of file character, and the same time we will write these characters to the file 2 also. And after doing this, we will close these two files using this fclose function. So with this way we can make a program which can copy the text from one file and write the text into another file. And if we want to make a program which reads numbers from one file and write the same numbers into another file, then we will use getW and putW functions. So this program is to copy the numbers from one file and writes the squares of those numbers into another file. So just like in the previous program, we will take two file pointers fp1 and fp2. fp1 will be associated with one file, fp2 will be associated with another file, and we will read the numbers from first file, that is file fp1, using this getW function, and until we are not getting this end of file, we will write those numbers, or you can say the squares of those numbers, n square, n into n, into the file pointer fp2 using this putW function. So by this way we can read the numbers from one file and writes the squares of those numbers into another file. And we can write the data to the file using this fprintf function also. Printf is used to write the content to the monitor. This fprintf function will be used to write the content to the file. The syntax is very similar to the printf function, with one difference only, that we will pass now this file pointer into this fprintf function. So with this we can write the content to the file which is associated to this file pointer fp. The same way we have fscanf function. Fscanf function will read the content from the file. So the syntax is very simple. we will pass this file pointer now to this fscanf function also. Rest the syntax of this fscanf is same as scanf function. Let's discuss some library functions to access the file randomly. Our first function is ftell. This function ftell tells the current position of the file pointer in file. The syntax will be int n is equal to ftell fp. That means we will pass this file pointer as an argument to this function ftell, and this will return a number. This number will tell the current position of the file pointer in file. Let's say we are doing a write operation with the file, and suppose we have written 10 character into the file. So the current position of this file pointer will be 11 now. So the value of n in this case will be equal to 11. And suppose we are doing read operation, and suppose we have read already, let's say 20 characters, then the current position of this file pointer will be at 21st character. So the value of n will be 21 in this case. This we can get from this ftell function. The second function is fseek function. This function moves the file pointer to the desired position in the file. This takes three arguments: the file pointer, the offset means how many bytes we have to move, and this position tells from where we have to move. So position means from where we will start our movement, and this offset tells from that position how many bytes we have to move. This position in this fseek function can be the beginning of the file. Like suppose we want to move this file pointer to the 10th character from the beginning of the file, then we will write this current position as beginning of the file, and we will write 10 here. So this fseek will move this file pointer 10th character ahead from the beginning of the file. The same way, this position can be the current position of the file pointer, or this position can be the end of the file also. So if we want this position to be the beginning of the file, then we will write seek set in this place of position. And if we want this pointer to be moved from current position, then we will write seek current. Or if we want this file pointer to be moved from the end of file, then we will write seek end here. Like in this example, you can see that using this fseek function, we can move this file pointer to the 6th character from the beginning of the file. And then we are writing India there. So the file pointer using this fseek function will move to this location, and from there we are writing India there. So this function or this program can change the content of file hello world to hello India. And this function rewind is used to move the file pointer to the beginning of the file. This function rewind takes the file pointer as an argument. So these three functions, ftell, fseek and rewind, are used to access the file randomly.